My grandchildren call me Papa.
All three of my grandchildren call me Papa. My grandkids call me Pop.
They call me Grandma.
And the grandkids call me Papa.
They call me Ma'am. Our oldest granddaughter, who was a couple years older than Millie, we had decided on Grammy, and she could not say her G's. So I became Ma'am, and ever since then, that's what they call me.
All three of my grandchildren call me Appy, and there's a story behind that because Cash's oldest cousin, Emmett, was the firstborn, and I was supposed to be Pappy, so we did something different. Well, he didn't do so well with the Pappy, it just came out Appy, and it has stuck ever since.
My favorite thing about school is is PE, lunch, recess, and media.
Swimming, because I think it's like really fun, and yeah.
Recess and lunch and PE.
Recess and was PE, but I also liked history.
Favorite thing would probably have to be band. I was in band for many years and then in the marching band in high school, and that was great.
I love lunch and recess.
My favorite thing about school was band, but earlier than that and all through school was anything with public speaking and creative writing.
My favorite thing about school was I enjoyed history and of course sports and making friends.
Mine was math and interacting with all the other kids and the teachers.
My favorite thing about school was sports, primarily football, and believe it or not, math. I'm a math guy, so yeah, I like math.
Recess and media.
We had no media when I was in high school or in grade school. We had PE and lunch. But the favorite time was getting to see everybody the next day. You'd gone all night without seeing them, and you got together with everybody the next day and resumed before you left off the previous day.
My favorite verse in the Bible would have to be Proverbs 3:5-6.
That's my favorite verse in the Bible, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. So we both have that one, don't we? Yeah.
I'd have to say Proverbs 3, 5, and 6.
That's an ever-changing thing with where you are on your journey of faith. Right now, I would say it's Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, 5th and 6th verses, which really teach me to trust and obey, that God knows the way and will set me on the right path and knows a lot more than I do.
Mine is the story of the loaves and fishes.
And I enjoyed Exodus because it tells a story of a lot of the trials and how people overcame them, so I enjoy that.
Noah's Ark, because he had to have a lot of faith to build that ark, and it must have taken a long time.
Esther, I think it's really interesting because Esther showed a lot of courage to stand up to the king, and yeah.
My favorite one is probably Jonah and the whale.
When Jesus rose from the dead.
I like to do for fun is probably play video games and play with my neighbors.
To play with my sisters, and I like to play soccer.
I like to have sleepovers with Pop and play with him.
I like to play soccer, fish, go on boats, and just have a good time.
I like to watch Sam play soccer and watch him fish. And that pretty much takes up my time. I spend a little time in the garden.
I like to play cards and beat them. I like to go bike riding, and I also like to play with my baby brother and sister.
We like to get together as a family, and what we do for fun is we wreck the house, playing all kinds of things, upstairs, downstairs, outside, inside. We just have a great time playing.
Mine is also playing cards with the grandchildren, spending as much time as I can with the grandchildren, and traveling.
And I enjoy traveling a lot and taking the kids to the beach and the grandkids and just enjoying anything we have to do it together.
I enjoy woodworking. We're still working on a Noah's Ark that we've been building and adding animals to that. But just playing with my grandkids, it's so much fun that they still want to do that, and we have a good time whatever we do, don't we?
My favorite TV show is Fuller House.
My favorite TV show is Johnny Test.
Dance Moms.
I guess the show that I probably watch more than anyone enjoys much is Jeopardy.
And my favorite TV show goes way, way back to when I was Hudson's age, and it was a show called Combat.
I'm going to have to pick the one that my wife and I now enjoy Saturday mornings, which is Wagon Train.
I like Full House and Big City Blues.
I say Bonanza. I love Bonanza.
My favorite thing about Papa is that I get to ride bikes with him and spend the night at his house.
That I can just spend time with him and that he's nice and yeah.
Is that Hudson's the oldest, and so we depend on him for a lot of things, and that he gets drug into having to be the leader sometimes when nobody else is. And my favorite thing is that he does a good job of it.
I love everything about her.
And I also love it when they come to my house to spend the night because we all sleep in Papa and Tatat's bed.
That we play this game when he's bored.
My favorite thing about him is that he has a garden and I get to go down there and pick stuff and work in it.
He is a really good kid. He gets along well with people, he cares about people, he's considerate. He's got all the right qualities of a good Christian young man.
My granddaughter has a heart of gold, very loving, caring, and sweet, and she's a great dancer.
Millie is, she has such a sweet spirit. She has a tender heart, but she also has a wonderful sense of humor, and we have such a good time together. She is just a sweetheart.
I like that they're sweet and they like to, and they're pretty and handsome. And I love a lot of stuff about them.
I love when Sam is positive about things. He's like everybody else. He kind of has some difficult times, but he always seems to look for a positive end to the situation, and he kind of helps everybody else get in the same frame of mind.
I love just the same as her grandma, that she's got a heart of gold, and she is a sweet person.
My favorite thing about my grandchild is the fact that I don't care what we're doing, we're going to have fun. If it's riding in the car, if it's playing at the house, out in the yard, we always turn whatever we're doing into fun, and that's just puts a smile on my face.